Alright, I believe that everyone should be able to decide where their child goes to school, whether it be a private school, charter school, public school, or just being homeschooled. Having the choice to where your kid goes to school allows for more opportunities, support, and confidence for your child. The Harvard Silent said that school choices recognizes that assigning students to schools by geography rather than educational needs cannot be the best fit for every child, or nearly any child. They're saying that basically, like, if you assign a kid like geographically to a school, that's just not good for the child because it may be a really bad school where the teachers just aren't like highly educated or they didn't get like the same education as a kid that can go to a private school and charter school and stuff. So yeah. And then the Cascade Policy Institute said that research shows voucher programs boost test scores and improve educational attainment. When we found out that kids could basically have a voucher, so it makes it so that kids don't have to pay as much to go to a private school because of pro-school choice, it helped them out just dramatically with their test scores and at like English scores and math scores and stuff, which is obviously very good and will help kids stay in school longer. Whereas now, like, kids that are in a not so great private school, public school aren't going to do so great and probably won't stay in school long. And then, for example, in Newport Beach, like for Newport and like Irvine, we're in an area which we get very high education and really good education, whereas like schools in like LA and like Yorba Linda and stuff, they may not get the same education we get. So those kids may not be going and staying in school as long, or may not be going to college and getting their full education, whereas we may be staying in school longer and getting our college education. That just shows that geographically, those kids could technically go to schools here and could get a better education, but just because of not having pro-school choice, that's not able, or they're not allowed to do that. And then they said, the White House said that 70% of 8th graders were below proficient in reading and 72% were below proficient in math. Moreover, geographically based schools assigned and cost of housing is distinct, with preferable schools straining the finances of millions of Americans' families, sacrificing their children's futures. Wait, what? Oh shoot, my thing just went out. Oh wait, sorry, my thing just went out, my bad. Okay. School vouchers can help subsidize private school tuition. They often cover only a portion of the cost, which leaves the remainders to be paid by students' families. While this is true statements. Okay, because they're basically sorry. So they're basically saying that like with the vouchers, like while like if you're in a lower income like household, you're not going to be able to pay for the vouchers. Like vouchers like can cost more and less, and if you're in a like low income family, just being able to go to a private school is actually worse because vouchers are competitive, so not every single family is going to get one, and each like area only has a certain amount that a family could get, and there's only a certain amount, and also they cost a lot. So while you will have to pay, either way will have to pay less for school, which does help out a lower income family, you still have to pay for the voucher, so that's like not going to be the best for you. And while they do say that, the voucher doesn't cost a ton, so it's not like a ton of money, so it ended up actually being less than what you had to pay if you just went to the private school originally. So, I mean, it is a good, like, argument, but it's still, like, I mean, it's kind of like, whatever. So the evidence that I have shows that school choice has enhanced the outcomes for education by making students more successful and allowing families to not have to worry about their student being in school where they are not welcomed or taught well.